All right.
They could be counting down the tape, starting the tape yet. So when they do the countdown, usually our cue also here is.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hawaiian Financial Frederick Credit Field at Aloha Stadium. I'm Robert Rabideau, once again bringing you play-by-play action. Joining me tonight on the color headset is our coach, Sterling Cavallo from Kahuku. Good evening, Coach.
Good evening, Rob. Glad to be here tonight. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. This is the second Aloha Football Classic. And also joining me on headset is Ryan Nagano, my broadcast partner over the last 7 years now, Ryan. What are the keys for tonight, Ryan?
Well, the keys, I think, is going to be the speed game. St. Louis is not used to seeing this type of top-flight speed, especially from the defensive backs and the receivers and running backs for Gorman.
All right, Bishop Gorman will see the ball first as high kick fielded at the 3-yard line. It's taken on the return, comes up to about the 20, and brought down at about, looks like the 23-yard line. It looks like the runner brought the ball back, but he's brought down by number 17. That's Pride Kui for St. Louis.
Yeah, that was great coverage by St. Louis. You know, getting the jitters out, especially on the first play. Now we see what Bishop Gorman has in store.
That was Jaden Ott on the return. Leading the Gaels onto the field is their star quarterback, Micah Bowens, who many are comparing to the great Khalil Tate from the University of Arizona. Let's see what he can do in tonight's game. As there is a flag early in the game, as there is a handoff, but that's a false start on Bishop Gorman.
False start. Offense number 79.
Early jitters here by Bishop
5-yard
Gorman.
penalty. First down.
And the head referee for tonight, gentlemen, is our favorite referee. He goes by the name of Robert Victor. Should be for an exciting, interesting, let's see how he calls tonight's game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's not going to leave any stone unturned. He's going to make sure he has some sort of control in this high-power game between these two nationally ranked teams.
Bowman's in the shotgun. Once again, hands the ball off to number 3. That is Barfield. Barfield comes up, and he's brought down, it looks like, just short of the 24-yard line. Gain of about 9 on that first down play.
Yeah, and that's a great little inside zone run there. Little counter trade, 2 linemen from the old Washington Redskins. Nice little play.
Little play from Kurt Gouveia, the famous Washington Redskin offensive lineman. All right. Bishop Gorman now in the I formation. Bowens under center, waiting the snap from center. Hands the ball off again to Barfield. Barfield stumbles forward. It looks like to the 26-yard line. Gain of 2 on that play.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're lining up in old Kahuku style in a little pro set, I formation. They went counter trade to the right. Now they come counter trade to the left.
Should bring up 3rd down and 8. Ball spotted, it looks like, at the 25-yard line. 3rd and 6 is what they're saying on the scoreboard. Bowens in a 4 wide receiver set, trips off to the near side, waiting the snap from center. Play action, passes the ball out, and incomplete. Ball intended this time, I believe, for number 9 for Bishop Gorman. That is Zachariah Branch, their all-state receiver. Unfortunately, he couldn't bring it in, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, they basically look like they ran an RPO, counter trading to the right, having a little swing pass to the left. So, you know, Bishop Gorman is just testing not just the speed of St. Louis, but also the power by running it 2 straight plays.
St. Louis returner set at the 48-yard line, waiting the punt from Bishop Gorman. As St. Louis comes in, high punt, takes a Bishop Gorman bounce, comes down to about the 30, the 24, down at the 24-yard line. 49-yard punt, Coach, no return.
Yeah, that was a great defensive stand by St. Louis. You know, you always want to make a stand 3 and out with your defense to start the game, and St. Louis responded there. Now we can see what this high-powered offense of St. Louis and Ron Lee has in store for us tonight.
3-time state defending champions, led by their all-state quarterback, Jaden DeLaura, as he comes out in his usual 4 wide receiver set, trips off to the far side this time, as I believe Nishigaya is the setback, waiting to snap from center. Bishop Gorman has a three-man front. Ball, play action. Ball is caught on the outside, and his receiver gets tackled immediately.
Yeah, what a play by number 10, Lincoln, Air Force commit, actually. And we have a 6-foot DB, and Kwali Nishigaya, 5'6", 155 pounds, trying to make the block. So great play.
It was Kikohuna, the receiver on that play. 2nd and 11, loss of 1. Delora in the shotgun again, trips up to the far side, waiting the snap from center. He goes back to pass. He looks, has an open man. It goes in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. His most famous receiver, that will be Roman Wilson, incomplete.
And I mean, look at the respect that Roman Wilson gets from the defensive back, number 7, Jaden Hicks. Jaden Hicks is already 7 yards back and even gives more cushion. So it looked like that pattern might be open all night.
It was like Hicks was just like saying, here, try to pass me. 3rd and 11. Again, this time Bishop Gorman has a 4-man front. Waiting the snap from center is Delora. Trips off to the near side. Delora goes back, looks to his right, fires it down the field. It's caught as the receiver is pushed out of bounds. It looks like at the 41-yard line. This time I believe that is Isaac Silva on the reception there.
Yeah, what a great flood route concept. And great matchup for Isaac Silva there out on the linebacker, safety. So Delora, well-thrown ball to the sideline. Only his receiver can catch that.
Credit 17 for Silva on that play. Brings up 1st and 10. That's a personal line bank first down. 1st and 10, ball at the St. Louis 40-yard line. Delora, delayed action, hands the ball off. I believe that would be Nishigaya. Nishigaya serves forward, and he gets tackled at the 44-yard line. No, that would be number 13. That would be Kamaka Bibioli, the 5'10 junior.
Yeah, St. Louis right now is trying to mix it up a little. You don't really see St. Louis running the ball much, but in the opening series, just keeping Bishop Gorman honest right now.
Trips out to the far side again. Delora waiting the snap from center. 4-man front for Bishop Gorman. Delora goes back to pass. He fires, has Wilson down on the end, and is broken up by Bishop Gorman, number 7. That's Jaden Hicks, that one that breaks it up. And there is a flag down on the play, coach.
Yeah, I mean, Roman Wilson looked like he had about 2-3 yards, but Jordan Hicks closed really good on that play. Let's see what the flag is.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 11. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic.
Roughing the passer here, so what a big break for St. Louis.
Yeah, a huge break, guys, because as you guys mentioned, you see that speed closing up. Usually Delora would connect with Wilson against most competition, but the speed of the game, that's something that Delora would need to find out.
Delora again in the shotgun, trips up to the far side this time as he waits. Wilson is the set back to the near side. He passes out to the far side. It is caught as he gets tackled at the 36-yard line. That is number 18 for St. Louis. That would be Matthew Sykes, the 6'2" senior that makes the reception.
Yeah, so it looked like Ron Lee seeing something that the corners are giving a lot of cushion and respect to Sykes and Wilson out there. So nice little hitches. Nickel and dime this ball, and they'll take this shot when they need to.
Ross is the one that makes the stop, brings up 2nd and 5 yards for on the last play as Delora waiting the stop from center, trips up to the near side this time. Delayed handoff. It's brought up, and I think his helmet comes off.
That was a helmet, not the ball.
And that was Nishigaya that was the one with the, no, it was Nishigaya with the ball, but big number 75 for St. Louis was the one that said, oops, I lost my helmet. That would be Rod DuPont for the Crusaders.
Yeah, so in high school football, helmet comes off, mandatory, at least one play, he has to go to the sideline.
3rd and 5, ball at the Bishop Gorman 37-yard line. 8:04 remaining here in the first quarter. Score is 0-0 as we're just getting started here. Delora in the shotgun, trips off to the near side as waiting the snap from center. He goes back to pass. Delora, he gets rushed out of the center. He comes up, gets to the 35, gets down to about the 31-yard line before he is triple tackled. Leading the charge from Bishop Gorman is number 24. That's Brian Sartain that makes the stop there on that play.
Yeah, and that's what Delor can do as well. Not just beat you with his arm, but also with his legs. If he sees a seam, he sees an alley, he's going to go upfield for it.
And that is another person wine bank first down, first and 10, ball at the Bishop Gorman 31-yard line. High snap and the hand off to Nishigai. Nishigai tries to get the outside, but he's met immediately with no gain on that first down play.
Yeah, looked like St. Louis is going tempo, trying to sneak a little run player in there. Like he's a little banged up coming out.
Yeah, guys, this upcoming play is going to be the 10th play of the drive here. Good job by St. Louis with ball control here.
Second and 10, ball at the Bishop Gorman 31-yard line. Again, Delora in the shotgun. He looks off to his right. He has Wilson down the end there. It's a touchdown, 31 yards. And coach, guess what? Touchdown St. Louis, and they take a 6-0 lead, barring the conversion.
What a great throw. Nice touch by Jaden Delora, and like we said, they were just going to nickel and dime, and they're going to take their shot. And that's what happened. They lull them to sleep, and Wilson, with his world-class speed, 100 state meter champion, speed was on display right there.
They have another 31 as their kicker, Ray Seabury, the 5'6" sophomore, attempting the extra point. Last drive went 10 plays, 76 yards, 3 minutes and 33 seconds. And the extra point is good. And like that, coach, St. Louis takes a 7-0 lead.
Very efficient drive there. Nice play calling by Ron Lee. Testing them out, short, little runs, couple runs on that drive. Couple deep passes, and it paid off right at the end.
Okay, coach, as we head to Bishop Gorman's turn at the starting, at their next possession, where do you see Kenny Sanchez, the national coach, two-time coach of the year? What do you see him doing?
I think right now their game plan to start was to run the ball, control the clock, keep St. Louis's offense off the field. I don't think he needs to panic right now. He's only down one score. I think they stay to this script, play Bishop Gorman football.
Absolutely.
You know, guys, what I find really odd about the start of this game, does it kind of remind you of the Arizona UH game, the way it started, a 3-and-out there by Bishop Gorman. Hawaii capitalizes. It does have that kind of that eerie feel. Good job by St. Louis taking advantage, especially when you can see Bishop Gorman trying to go with fire concepts. They're trying to blitz from different type of angles. St. Louis has passed the test so far.
We just got word that St. Louis on that drive had a total of 3 first downs on that touchdown-winning touchdown drive that they just did. And we're going to look for more of that as St. Louis continues in this game. As Bishop Gorman waits for the kick. It's a high kick down the middle. It's fielded at the 10. It's bobbled, folks, as the Bishop Gorman runner gets up to the 20, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line. Oh, my, that's the second kickoff and return in a row that Mr. Ott kind of mishandled their coach.
Yeah, and very fortunate that they got a bounce right back to the returner. I mean, that was disaster there, but at least he made something out of nothing.
Absolutely. And they have it, Bishop Gorman has it first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Again, leading back into the field is Micah Bowens, who has his team down 7-0. Let's see what Coach Sanchez has for the Gaels as they come back onto the field. Bowens passes it out. It's caught on the outside. Cut to the 30, push out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Again, that is Zachariah Branch that makes the reception, Coach.
Yeah, it looked like Bishop Gorman is taking a little page out of the St. Louis playbook right now. And if those corners are going to play off, it's little hitches, turn it upfield.
Give 9 to Branch on that reception. Brings up 2nd and 1. Ball at the 34-yard lane. 6:36 remains here in the first quarter. Again, St. Louis up 7-0. As the runner for St. Louis finds absolutely nothing, as number 3 just gets met by a huge wall there.
Yeah, great pursuit by St. Louis's defense. He thought he had the edge, but, man, after that, 4 St. Louis Crusaders at least on the tackle.
That was Barfield on that play, and he had no gain. 93, that was Alu that made the stop for St. Louis on that last play. Bowens again in the shotgun, waiting the snap from center. He has 4 wide receivers this time. Delayed handoff, and again, Oh, my, as Barfield gets met immediately WWE style in the backfield there, Coach.
Yeah, that was Nick Herbin. I mean, a Wisconsin commit, Kauai boy by birth, showing the speed coming off the edge.
Oh, my, as that literally now brings up fourth down as Coach Sanchez is not taking any chances. It brings in his punting unit.
Yeah, what looked like the promising drive, picking up 9 yards on the first play, 8-9 yards. They just went backwards the last two. Great job by St. Louis's defense building that wall.
Trey Ballsberg set to punt as he's back at his own 18-yard line. Let's see what he can do with this punt, Coach. Nice kick down the middle. It's fielded. Oh, my. That ball is live, folks, as literally the returner, oh, my, that just took a wrong turn. I believe that would be number 2. Trich Kekahuna was the returner there, and he never got a handle of it as the ball literally went backwards.
Yeah, I mean, fortunate that they got the ball, but lost about 15-plus yards in field position there. You know, I give him a lot of props, Tretch, being a freshman. You know, great experience for him to play against a national powerhouse in Bishop Gorman.
Absolutely. As we come into this game, Bishop Gorman is ranked 15th in the Max Perks poll, while St. Louis is now one of the top 10 teams in the nation. And that is something to play for. As Coach Sanchez coming into this game, he basically focused on that as a target there.
Yeah, it's a great measuring stick for both programs.
All right, Delora again in the shotgun. Trip 4 wide receivers as Delora races out, has an opening, has an open man, and it's caught as number 23 gets pushed out of bounds. That would be Nishigaya, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Gain of 17 on that reception.
Yeah, great vision by Jaden Delora. I mean, most young quarterbacks, when they feel that pressure, they would step up in the pocket, head down, and run. But as Delora did, he stepped up in the pocket but kept his eyes downfield.
Delora has trips off to the far side this time as Wilson is to the near side, waiting the snap from center. Three-man front as it looks like Wilson catches it at the 45. He sidesteps the middle, gets the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, cuts across the middle, the 20. There is a flag down at the 41-yard line, but I don't know, Coach. What are your thoughts on that flag?
I mean, Matt Sykes coming from the opposite side, trying to help out his fellow teammate, Roman Wilson, get extra yards. And, you know, in this day and age, everything is about safety. And so you're looking at that crackback type of block. Your hands either got to be extended or your hands have to be up. There, neither one was. So we might see that call by Robert Victor. Let's see.
Block in the back. Offense number 18. Did not penalty for the foul. Still results. First down.
And we hear the St. Louis faithful basically telling Robert that they're not inviting him to their Christmas party. So basically, I'm sorry, Robert. Anyway, penalty puts them back at midfield, Coach, as we have it 1st and 25. That actually was a result of the penalty. Yeah. They're actually going to say 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. 4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. St. Louis up 7-0. As we got another flag down, I believe. I don't know what the call is, but let's wait for the call.
St. Louis, this is your official sideline warning.
You can hear the St. Louis baseball saying, yeah, okay. All right, Coach, here we go again. 1st and 10, ball at the 50-yard line. As Delora back to pass, he looks, he fires, and it is caught. And his receiver gets up to, looks like, short of the 41-yard line. Again, that is number 3. That's Isaac Silva on the reception.
Yeah, what a great route concept. Number 1 outside receiver running at 9 and 2 inside slot running double outs. All Delora had to do was just read that safety, where he's going to be, and just put it right to either receiver. 9
yards in the reception for Silva. Brings up 2nd and 1. 3 minutes and 49 seconds remaining here. As Delora again waiting the snap from center. He goes back to pass, and we again flag down on the field.
And looked like number 18, Matt Sykes. He was a little
anxious
there, ready to get into his route.
False start. Offense number 18. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
You know, one thing that I'm taking away so far of this game is St. Louis's ability to pass the test on the different looks that Bishop Gorman's giving them.
All right, as we got it, 2nd and 6. Delora back to pass once again. He looks off to his right. He fires. It's caught by Nishigaya, but Nishigaya does a do-si-do and is brought down at the 45-yard line. After all that, Coach, he gains 1 yard.
Yeah. But what I'm really impressed right now is St. Louis's offensive line, giving Delora a nice, clean pocket. Delora looks comfortable in the pocket. Sooner or later, another big one will be coming from Sykes or Wilson.
But I think in some cases, I think Bishop Gorman is clamping down on the offense for Delora. But let's see what they got here. 3rd and 5, ball at the Bishop Gorman 45-yard line. 2:43 remaining. Delora looks off to his left. Doesn't find anyone. He races out. He has an open man. And wide open, but cannot connect to Silva. As Silva was by himself. Unfortunately, Silva had to be another 2 feet taller to catch that.
Yeah, I mean, that was a textbook scramble drill type of route. Delora breaking the pocket, going to his left. Silva knew that. Typically, you either run towards the sidelines or run upfield. Silva went upfield, and just so happened Delora couldn't connect to a wide open Silva.
Crusaders bringing out their punt unit as short punt. Ball is fair caught at, looks like the 11-yard line.
Now, that's very impressive. You have your middle linebacker, also a punter, in Mason Tufanga. You know, you don't see many middle linebackers starting on a St. Louis Crusaders and then going back to punt.
Wasn't his big brother a big mainstay on their defense, Isaac Tufanga?
Isaiah Tufanga.
Yes,
Tufanga. Actually, he just recently came to Hawaii from Oregon State. He started as a true freshman in several games for Oregon State last year. Dad, Wes Tufanga, is also on a coaching staff for St. Louis.
All right, Bishop Gorman has it 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Bowens again, the quarterback, waiting to snap from center. 3 right receivers, 2 a pair off to the far side. As Bowens looks off to his coach, gets the call, waiting to snap from center. Goes back to pass. He looks off to his right. It is caught. It looks like by Branch. Branch gets tackled immediately, falls forward to about the 15-yard line. Gain of 3 on that play.
Yeah, it's interesting now how Bishop Gorman, in their 3rd series, comes into a more spread type of offense. They started the game in a little pro I set. 2nd series, they came with 2 receivers with a tight end. Now they're going with 3 receivers, 2 back split. So let's see what they have now.
2nd and 7, ball at the 15-yard line. Bowens rolls out to his right, fires. There's a penalty on the play, but it is caught. But let's see what the penalty is. It looks like it will be holding on Bishop Gorman. But let's see what referee Robert Victor's call is.
Yes, holding on Bishop Gorman. So far, Robert Victor is very busy in the 1st quarter.
Let's see what our friend has to say here.
Holding. Offense number 20. Half the distance from the foul. 2nd down.
You know, one thing about Robert Victor, he does get action when he throws that flag.
Yes, from personal experience, I've seen that flag go at least 30 yards. And he has an arm for that flag.
Ball now spotted at their own 4-yard line. It is 2nd, and it looks like 18 at their all the way back at their 4-yard line. Bowens in there in his own end zone. He goes back to pass. He looks, has an open man. It's caught by number 4. That is Odunza, and Odunza falls just short of the 20-yard line. They're going to say he's down. They're going to give it to him at the 20-yard line.
And what a play by Coach Sanchez. I mean, you're backed up, no offense. Who do you go to? Your 4-star recruit. A Washington commit right now, and you go to your best player.
He was just totally wide open there. As we're now approaching a minute remaining here in the 1st quarter. Again, St. Louis up 7-0. Bonds looks off to Coach Sanchez, likes the call. Goes back, waiting to snap from center. 2 tight end set as he goes back to pass. He rolls out. Doesn't find an open man. He rolls out to his right. He tries to find a receiver. He goes it up in a Hail Mary. And literally, oh my God, as Odunza literally had to play defense there. And if it wasn't for his skills, that would have been an interception, a pick six, very easy, Coach.
Yeah, that's what most coaches tell their wide receivers. If we can catch the ball, no one can. But I cannot believe right now that throw by the quarterback. Coach Sanchez must be, if he had hair, will be pulling it out right now. Deep in your end zone, going opposite field on your back foot. Good thing by defensive player by Odunze.
Coach, as we wait for Bishop Gorman, Ryan, your thoughts so far in this coming into this game?
Well, so far, Michael Bowens, he is a dual threat quarterback. We haven't really seen him being a dual threat. That's how impressive St. Louis has been. They've done their homework. They have put him in a box. They're containing him.
Delay a game, offense, number 41. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the speed and containing that St. Louis's defense is doing right now on the quarterback, on Bowens.
So often you see these Hawaii teams, they want to go for kill shots. They want to be super aggressive. They're playing with controlled aggression right now, St. Louis.
Yes, great assignment football.
That punt by Bishop Gorman traveled 37 yards, no return.
And so far in this first quarter, St. Louis is winning the field position.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's interesting coming into this game, Coach, that last week, Bishop Gorman literally, I believe the correct term is, decimated the Utah State champions by a huge score. And it was looking for them to come and make this a little bit more high-scoring type of affair so far. But so far, it's only been 7-0.
You're right, Rob. Last week, they jumped up with 3 straight touchdowns right in the beginning of the game, and now they can't even get one. So hats off to St. Louis's defense.
1st and 10 for Delore. He has it at the Bishop Gorman 48-yard line. Hands the ball off to number 13 as he comes down to about the 30-yard line. That would be Kamaka Bibioli, and he rumbles and stumbles forward for it looks like 18 yards on that first down play.
And to be honest, I thought he got horse-collared there, tackled, but no call, especially with the new rule. As long as your hand is on the back of the jersey, doesn't have to be inside of the shoulder pads, it's a horse collar. I know because we got a call one time against Kamehameha with that.
It's a first down, person one bank first down as we ending the end of the first quarter. And that brings it to the end of the first quarter with St. Louis up 7-0 as we head into the second quarter.
Yeah, great showing by St. Louis in the first quarter.
All right, Coach, we're going to take a quick break as we start the second quarter with St. Louis up 7-0. You're watching Aloha State. Actually, we are going to keep it here, Coach, as we're going to talk about it a little bit more. Coach, I know you're watching a little bit of the other game that's playing in the Aloha Football Classic right across the field, and I know Liberty has been pretty much dominating Mililani. Do you see a little bit difference if St. Louis was playing Liberty in tonight's game?
Hawaii fans, we want to see the best versus the best. So, I mean, we got 1-1 here. Nevada's champions with Hawaii's champions. You got number 2 in the Liberty, playing the number 2 in Mililani currently. And right now, we have an update. One of my best friends, Lon Kalama, in which his 2 boys transferred from Campbell, now is playing with York at Mililani. He just updated me. It's 16-7 right now in Liberty.
Ah, okay. And
so it's very interesting.
This has been pretty much one of the, I guess, an interesting concept by Mitch Miano as he brought the best of the best, so to speak, in these 4 teams here. And look forward to seeing much more of it as we head into the end of the first half. But again, St. Louis up 7-0. Ryan, your thoughts coming into the second quarter here?
I think St. Louis can really throw down the hammer, make the statement here if they can get a touchdown on this drive, no doubt.
All right, Delore has a 1st and 10 ball at the Bishop Gorman 30-yard line. He has trips off to the far side as handoff again to Kamaka Bibioli, and he dances forward. It looks like maybe up to the 27-yard line of Bishop Gorman.
Yeah, I think Ron Lee right now is doing an excellent job in just counting the box. I mean, when Bishop Gorman has 6 in the box, he's satisfied to run the ball right now. when they start to press, a little bit up, then they go through the air. So good job in Ron Lee, just basically playing the numbers game.
2nd and 8. They gave him 2 on that play. As DeLaura waiting the snap from center. Again, trips off to the near side this time. As DeLaura looks off to his left. He doesn't find anyone. He fires it down the middle. It is caught once again and gets down to, it looks like, the 22-yard line. It looks like Nishigaya was the one with the reception there, Coach.
Yeah, Nishigaya, what a great catch, but even a better throw in Jaden DeLaura. I mean, he was almost double covered there. That ball was on a rope.
They gave him 6 in that play. We'll bring up 3rd and 2. Ball at the 22-yard line of Bishop Gorman. DeLaura again in the shotgun, trips off to the near side. We have Wilson up to the top. No, Wilson is actually off to the near side. I believe that would be number 3, Silva, up at the top, waiting the snap from center. It is actually to Nishigaya. Nishigaya gets it to the 10, the 5, and he's brought out of bounds. It looks like they're going to say the 5-yard line, Coach. 17 yards on that reception by Nishigaya.
Yeah, that was a big-time throw by Jaden DeLaura. You going from the right hash, throwing it the far deep out to the left side of the field, and a great throw and a great catch by Nishigaya.
First and Wine Bank, first down. They have it 1st and goal, this time at the 5-yard line. As they get their setup, waiting the snap from center. It is a delayed, it's a keeper by DeLaura. DeLaura takes it in, and it's a touchdown, but we have a flag there. And what do you think, Coach? Could it be a personal foul, maybe?
It's a personal foul. I mean, the running back came back to spring DeLaura for the extra yard to get into the touchdown. It's almost like that same call by Matt Sykes. It's going to be one of those illegal crackbacks or blocking the back that we've seen earlier.
As we take a look at it in the replay, I see it. You caught it right on the nose there, Coach.
Offense number 44.
Yeah, they get that same call there. I mean,
Still
2
first
calls
down.
in a row in the first half. Negating big plays from St. Louis. In this case, would have been a touchdown.
That was Miley Fa, the junior, caught with that penalty, and they push him back to, looks like, the 12-yard line. 2nd and goal, or 1st and goal at the 12-yard line. DeLaura comes over to the sidelines, as it looks like we may have a quarterback substitution.
Yeah, they're looking at his arm, maybe, anything like blood or anything like that. He has to get taped up. It looks like that's what he's being attended to by the trainers as they're taping his arm. I'm trying to put a Band-Aid on it. But you can't fault St. Louis for playing hard, going to the ball, trying to make that extra block.
It looks like Connor Opolo will be checking in as quarterback as he has it with 1st and goal.
Timeout.
But I think St. Louis is going to call a timeout and bring DeLaura back in, as it was basically an equipment timeout, basically.
Yeah, great call by Cal Lee there. Your offense is being so efficient right now with DeLaura in the game. And, 1st and goal from the 12-yard line. This could be a big momentum for St. Louis, punching it into the end zone right now. So taking a timeout, getting Jaden back into the game was a great call by Cal.
Now, if you're on the other side of the field with Bishop Gorman, if you were, and I know you've been on the other side of this, what would you tell your players right now?
Right now, they just have to weather the storm, whether it be jet lag or the awe in playing in Aloha Stadium, under the lights in Hawaii. They just have to calm their nerves. They are a national powerhouse for a reason. A lot of their players have been in these types of big games. So just calm the nerves, settle the storm, and come out playing football.
Ryan, if you were calling the next play, what would your play call be?
If on the St. Louis side of the ball, I'm not looking for kill shots at this time. They are doing a good job of taking what the defense is giving them. We have seen them going against 6-man rushes, 7-man rushes, and then the last defensive drive, they drop back 8, and St. Louis has passed the test every time.
It looks like Connor Opolo is remaining the quarterback as Opolo waits to snap from center, trips off to the far side as he hands the ball off to big number 44, and he rumbles and stumbles forward. Miley Fa gets up to the 10-yard line. Gain up 2 on that 1st and goal play.
Yeah, very modest play call. And once again, big number 75, offensive lineman, helmet comes off, or number 76. So that's a second lineman whose helmet's been coming off.
And just as I said that, DeLaura checks back in, I think they wanted to give a pull, maybe one plane down there. All right, Deloria has it. 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line. Waiting to stop suspense center. Trips out to the far side as Deloria looks out, and it's caught. And he takes an excellent move. And guess what? Nishigaya, touchdown. And like that, Coach, St. Louis takes a 13-0 lead with 9:54 remaining here in the first half. Let's check it out once again, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, Rob, you asked me before the game who I thought was going to be a big impact player, and then I called out this Nishigaya guy. I mean, he's short, but really elusive, runs great routes, has great hands, and he's not afraid being at, 5'6", 155 pounds.
And one of the things that Napu Noah set to try the extra point, and the kick is up, and it's good. And like that, St. Louis takes a 14-0 lead. And one of the things, Ryan, if I can touch on what Coach talked about, one of the things St. Louis sorely missed in their offense, they didn't have that thing called a running game, and Nishigaya gives them that this season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think the play calling has been exquisite so far by Ron Lee. I'm sure St. Louis games have a lot of, coverage. You can obtain a tape, I'm sure. You can go on YouTube and see what they do. You can go back several plays back when Ka'ohu Kamakaviva Ole, who is primarily a blocking back, he's in the game and he has run the ball 2 or 3 times already. So you're giving Bishop Gorman all these different looks, giving him some self-doubt, but the execution has been spot on for St. Louis so far. And it's so important. It's 14-0 right now. If Bishop Gorman was to hold him to a field goal perhaps or to no score, then, you have the feeling that St. Louis hasn't been able to put this game away so far. But St. Louis is doing what, taking what Bishop Gorman's giving them, executing very well. And one more thing that we have to look out for here, so far, the tackling the open field, Bishop Gorman has not been doing a good job. You see Nishigaya go into the end zone for a touchdown. In the other side of the ledger, Cam Barfield, we haven't seen him take off for the big home run hitter type of run so far.
Fielded at the 1, return gets up to the 25, and he falls forward to looks like the 28. This time, Mr. Ott does have a good return there on the kick return there, Coach.
Yeah, a great wall. I mean, he cracked the seam there. It looked like he could have gone for a little bit more, but stumbled along the way. This is a huge drive for Bishop Gorman right now. I mean, St. Louis has all the momentum. They're very efficient, as Ryan said earlier, with their offense. Now Bishop Gorman needs to keep their defense off the field while they can recuperate from the 2 efficient drives that St. Louis had in scoring touchdowns.
25 yards in that return. And I guess the question I have before we get to the next play, does Bishop Gorman put the push the panic button right now?
I mean, I don't think it's a panic button, but it is a must
scoring
drive, or at least 6+ plays, several first downs, or something like that.
Bonds has the ball off once again to number 3. That's Barfield, and Barfield gets immediately tackled at the 28-yard, the gain of 2. Let's check it out here once again, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, St. Louis always had great linebackers. I mean, right here, you're looking at Tufanga playing that middle linebacker, as we mentioned earlier, also being the punter. I mean, that's what you want to see, a middle linebacker filling the hole and giving 0 yards after contact.
And that we just saw big number 10, Jordan Botello, one of the huge mainstays on that St. Louis defense, and look for him to be an impact player for tonight. Barfield gets the pass. He gets out to the outside and breaks a couple tackles before going out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to spot it. It looks like at the 34-yard line there, Coach. Gain of 6 on that play.
Yeah, that was a little swing, actually more like a lateral pass there by Bishop Gorman and Cam Barfield. Good job in him securing, making one missed tackle, and turning it upfield.
He's going to be 2 yards short, so it'll be 3rd and 2 at the 33-yard line. They're going to say 3rd and 3. 9:05 remaining here against St. Louis, up 14-0. Bowens under center. Hand the ball off again to Barfield. And Barfield, I think he runs into his own man as literally the St. Louis Sea of Crusader humanity just enveloped Barfield here.
Yeah, looked like number 5, Sonny Masaniai. He had a great inside move. He beat his offensive lineman to the ball, making a big stop. So once again, St. Louis's defense is stopping Bishop Gorman from putting together anything right now. I don't think they even have a first down, or maybe one.
No first down so far.
hats off to St. Louis. We was talking about their offense, but right now it's a defense that's really showing up.
The punt by Bishop Gorman is a high punt. It's caught at the 40-yard line. 29-yard punt, no return, as St. Louis will have it 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, St. Louis is doing an awesome job tonight in stopping the run against Bishop Gorman.
Coach, it's just amazing the way that St. Louis has managed to handle Bishop Gorman coming into this game, because I expected a little bit more high scoring from Bishop Gorman, and so far the defense for St. Louis pretty much has put a stop to that offensive scoring machine from the team from Las Vegas.
Yeah, right now Bishop Gorman have no answer for their defense. Let's see what adjustments they'll make on the sideline.
Delore waiting to stop from center. He has trips off to the near side, waiting to stop. He goes back to pass. He looks off to his right. He has Wilson down, and he unfortunately overthrows him, as I think Wilson kind of stopped a little bit.
Yeah, it was a hitch and go pattern. They actually played a high-low on him. They had number 42, the linebacker, Charles, playing the under. And we also had number 7, Jaden Hicks, playing the over. So as Roman Wilson did a hitch and go, nicely defended. But great play call, trying to take a shot off of that 3-and-out by St. Louis. I like the call, even though it's an incomplete pass.
Delore again in the shotgun. This time he looks up to his left this time. He looks, he fires. He has an open man down the field, but unfortunately he can't connect, as Mr. Herbig, Sykes. It basically, the ball outran Mr. Sykes, and we have another incomplete.
Yeah, I mean, Sykes is a big boy, 6'2", 194, UCLA commit. Looked like Rodney